game will be scrutinised more than maybe some others, and you have to accept that that's part of being in a position of responsibility like this. So I accept that sometimes there's strong opinions and more opinions on things that we do. Because of that, you need to be strong as a club, and you need to not let it enter your culture, which it hasn't. And that's really that. I think our real focus this week has been on the disappointment of, or early on in the week, has been the disappointment of not getting the result that we wanted in the derby game, an important game where we need to represent our club as best we can. But then trying to look at it from an analytical perspective of why the performance was it was, and things that we did well, and obviously things that we need to do better as well. And really that's where our focus has been this week, and taking us into the next game on Monday, which is our last home game. We're looking forward to it. Training's been really good, and I wish it wasn't Monday. I wish it was a bit earlier, because you want to get playing. But we'll be looking forward to getting going.
One of the things you said was that you, even before the game, was considering doing something regarding the choice of the referee. But that's not something for you to decide, which has been one of the
criticisms. You can't decide.
Yeah,
that.
So
can you? I think what, and I've just said to the Viaplay guys there, is we prepare like every other club will, every aspect of what's involved in the game. Obviously, the opponent. If you're home, you're away. Obviously, the last game was about having no away fans and the atmosphere in the stadium. But one thing we will always do, and it's not just started here, we will always try and have an understanding of who the referee is, because referees will referee different in different situations from one referee to the next, and you just try and have an understanding. And so that's what that was really, was just a normal thing for us to understand who the referee was. And for me personally, trying to get up to speed with the league, because I still feel like a bit of a newcomer. I am. So I'm understanding opponents, I'm going to stadiums for the first time, and also understanding referees for the first time as well, and that's inclusive of the guys and the fourth official, or the second referee, because they will do it in different ways as well, which is fine, like no better, no worse, and it's just trying to prepare as best we can, and that was that, and we will be the same for the next game.
Yeah, but he still had quite a lot of experience, Jakob Carlsen. He had the cup final last season, so what was it that made you wonder to do something before the game?
No, it was just... like I said, I repeat, really, it's a natural process of trying to have an understanding of everything that's involved in the game, and that's what it was.
And it's now confirmed by Søren that you will not get any disciplinary sanctions regarding the things you said, and the same for Louis Binks. Is that a relief, or something you were worried about could happen?
I hadn't even thought about it, to be honest, but I think if I had done something and there was a sanction, I think I probably would have known it myself.
Yeah.
Because when you've said something that's not right. Like if you question the integrity of a referee, if you question the competence of a referee, I know that that's something you just cannot do.
Didn't you question a bit the competence of him by saying that you wanted, that you thought about doing something because?
No, that's an assumption. I think maybe the misunderstanding, if there is one, is what I've just told you. Really, is we will always look at who the referee is, and sometimes it can be a bit more talkative than others, but not in a good, bad, or indifferent way. Just in how it is or how it could be, and that's that.
And regarding the game on Monday, any injuries, any updates regarding the squad? Everyone ready?
No. Everything's good. Shoney's obviously, I see you guys are out. Some of you guys are out watching training. Shoney's close to full training. He's not quite there yet, so we'll still a few more days. Maybe that's one good thing about playing on Monday. Everybody else is good, and like I said, there's a real hunger in the team to get a better result than what we got last time on Monday.
And no injury for you.
You weren't even out there. So for the record, I fell over in training.
And everything is fine.
It was a good laugh. Yeah, I can feel my back. I can feel my back a little bit, but that's another story.
What about a guy like Kotaro? He hasn't been playing much this fall. What have you seen from him?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, yeah, you're right, and I think that there's always, through team selection, there's always going to be a player or two that you could ask that question about, and Kotaro is one. Rasmus is another one, you know. Jordy could be another one. So I'm stating stuff that you know here. When that's the case, first and foremost, what you want to see from the guys is a good attitude to their situation. And I have to say they've been faultless. All of the guys that haven't played as much as they would have liked. There's not one complaint about their determination to give their best in training and to be ready if called upon. And that's how it should be, don't get me wrong, but it isn't always that case. So the attitude's been good. You're right, selection hasn't gone for him and some of the others. But that is a little bit how it goes. But when it goes like that, all these guys can do is what they're doing, is to train as hard as they can. And if called upon, be ready.
Last home game for a really long time.
Yeah.
What do you hope to give the spectators on Monday?
What they deserve, really, is, and what they always deserve, is a good representation of our identity, which is, when we get it right, is something that they can relate to and be proud of. So that's what we're trying to build here. You know, an attacking style, a style that takes the game to the opponent and goes and makes a difference. So everything is about that. We obviously always look at the opponent, and we will look at the referees, we will look at everything else and be as prepared as we can. And but we need to make sure that we really commit to the game and make it look like how we want to look, which is with ball domination, and trying to create as many positive attacks as possible. Because what's really important, the thing to me and the players, is with it being the last game of the season, the year, sorry, not the season, is that they leave with a positive vibe, and that's really important to our motivation for the game. They deserve that.
And what did you take from the first game against Fredag? It was
the weather.
Crazy circumstances.
Yeah, but it was the weather obviously was extreme, to say the least. But there was enough in that game, technically and tactically, to realise that, as always, you need to be prepared. I know that their form hasn't been good. But that's not going to have an influence on our attitude to the game, our mentality to the game, because that is not what a winning club or a winning team is. You know, you have to, as I always say, prepare for them to be at their very best. And you know, people come to the stadium and they can thrive on it, but we've got to try and make the opposite. The atmosphere obviously will help with that, and we've got to make sure our game does that as well. So. As always, these games are tough in Superliga. I really love the league and the challenges that each game poses. You see results every week, you know, that maybe are not what you might think. But we need to make sure that we do everything we can to make sure that's not the case this Monday.
What do you think about the really, really long winter break here in Denmark?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you accept everything because. I'm the newcomer, so you jump on board with everything that the club stands for, and I'm sure there's good reason for it. For me, it's like myself and the staff love being here so much that it's a bit of a pity, if I'm being honest. But I understand that the guys have been going since the middle of June, and they know that this is a part of their annual schedule, and the staff that have been here as well, a bit different. We feel like we're just about getting going, and it's come at a bad time for us, but that's me just being selfish, really. One, because we're so motivated to do well there, and two, we just feel like we start to see signs of what we want to become. But you know, it is what it is, and you have to deal with the break and the preparation as it is, and do our very best to have the right plan to, when we recommence, be in a better shape than when we leave. And obviously there's a transfer window involved in that. Be waiting for them questions soon. Maybe that's one good thing about not being here, is when the transfer window's on. But
you can take them now.
Yeah. I don't think anyone's interested in that at the moment. But yeah, so we'll be as best prepared as we can.
Last against Copenhagen, you used 3 homegrown players as well, with Armbæk, Nate, and of course Mathias. But just modern football is becoming more of international players on each side, and Danish players and Danish squads becoming more or less frequent.
Okay.
Just considering, have you seen from the Brøndby youth system compared to where you've been before?
Well, I've seen some good players playing in our team that have come through the system, and ultimately that's what gets them in the team, is that they deserve to. But I also know that's important to the culture of this club, of the masterclass. But that doesn't mean that there has to be an advantage to them. The players have got to earn the right. But it's been a straight process for me. The players that have been in the team that deserve to be in the team. I see good progression. You asked me about, quite rightly, about P after the last game. Obviously Noah gets a lot of attention because of his performances, and Ambek because of his age and his performances as well. So we're really enjoying working with these guys. They've got a brilliant attitude to training and learning and getting better, which is all of them things that are happening. And I think that Brøndby fans want to see masterclass players in the team. We want masterclass players in the team, and it's good that we've got a few. One's just turned up here that's really performing well at the moment, and that's good.
Thank you.
I have one last thing.
You always have one last thing.
You
always have one last
just
thing.
Because I wasn't doing the roast in the first part, just asking about the comments.
Doing the what, sorry?
I wasn't a part of the roast session of the first, where Emil was...
The what?
The roast session.
Roast. Do you plan this? You got a game plan?
Yeah. No, just asking, was the comments afterwards out of a place of pure disappointment in the heat of the moment, or was it more of like a concern?
No, I think if the comments were questioning the wrong things, then there would be sanctions, and and there isn't been. So, I've said what I've said on it really, and I haven't really got anything else to say. And I've tried to explain it, and being honest with that. And like I said, my focus really is on the team, and it has been from the moment we come back here from the game on the weekend. And I will make comments again after the next game. And unfortunately, we've only got one left after that. But it's been a normal process for us this week, honestly. But I understand, I repeat, we're a big club. It's going to form opinion. It's going to form sometimes assumptions, sometimes right, sometimes wrong. And you have to accept that, But if you get caught up in everything, then you just it could tie you up in knots. And I'm just not that guy.
Thank you.
Okay, guys. Thank you.